Hi, this is Kathy again, and I am here at the Waterford, and I'm sitting in the library with two lovely ladies that I've met, Betty and Virginia, and they are co-chairs of the Welcoming Committee. And at lunch yesterday, I chatted with uh, Virginia about kind of some of the things that they do to make people feel welcome. And I asked her if she'd be gracious enough to sit down and chat with me about it, and she said she would, and she wanted her counterpart Betty to be in on it. So, ladies, just what is it that when someone moves into the Waterford, what do you do that makes them feel like they belong, and how do you go about that?
Well, we have different areas. I cover the cottage and Betty covers the building. So
Okay.
if you want, I'll tell you what I do.
Sure.
We have several cottages here, and when they move in, we let them get settled, and then usually we bring them over and to Waterford, the main building, and we take them around and show them where all of the places are, the library, what you do to get this and that, and just every room, what it has to offer them to use, and try to help them the first week with anything that they need help with. And then we have a luncheon, and at the luncheon they are introduced to the welcoming committee, and there are 8, aren't there, Betty, on the committee? There are 8, and we um, have a luncheon, and then we have a reception following, in which anyone in the building will come down, and we have cake and punch and coffee, and they get to know each other and greet some of
Oh.
the people who come up and introduce themselves. And we just kind of help them along the first few months and see if they what they need, and they know that they could ask us, well, what about this or what about that, that something that might come up that we don't think about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Betty, you do the inside,
Yes.
so
Well, the first thing that happens is I go down and get off a board the names of the new people that have moved in,
Okay.
and we work with just the independent people.
Okay.
Because the assisted living, they have their own
Okay.
group, and so we call it. We have a meeting once a month with the welcoming committee, and the new people are assigned to each member of the committee.
Oh,
And
okay.
then they bring them down to the luncheon, and they take them on the tour of the building. We have a sheet and that all the things that we show them, and we also provide them with a map so that they know where to go.
Because it's a big campus.
Yeah, it is a big campus.
It's really big.
And even though they've been taken by sales to see the building, by the time they move in here, they've forgotten where everything is
Oh,
because it
sure.
is too big. So anyway, and then by having the luncheon first, they get to know the welcoming committee, which is helpful, because when you have it with the big group, they're usually probably about 40 people, and that's hard to get to know people too
Sure.
well there. And then people are really good about seeing if we introduce them. We try to do it in a meeting too, and when they're introduced, then people around here are really good about going up and talking to them and so on, and so it's easily taken care of, really.
So, what do you do when you see that somebody has moved in and they're just not adjusting?
That's kind of up to the staff.
Okay, so
Yes.
you guys do your role of just trying to introduce
Mhm,
them
mhm.
and be friendly and
That's
and
right.
then we work with the staff
okay.
Yeah.
and and they work with us, and then they may enter, right,
Mhm.
and do a few things, and then they kind of tell us when we can start, because some people don't like to be pushed.
Right, right.
Yeah, it's very hard sometimes to get them to
Yeah.
even have a tour of the building. So
Right.
we have to kind of go along with what the staff suggests too.
So on the lunches, so the luncheon that you have, is it like for the luncheon is for all new people within a certain period of time, or is it specific? Okay, so like maybe once a month, or
Yes,
is that
that's
what it is?
once a
Every
month.
month you have a luncheon that's just the new people and the
And-
welcoming committee. And then after that, there's a reception that's open to everyone.
There usually a staff member is always there,
Mm-hmm.
and she does all the introduction of the people. So that's what how it takes place, but it's, and then if they come into the dining room and they look kind of lost, we try to go over and get them and take them to a table where they can meet somebody new.
Sure. Do you do any kind of, when you're getting to know them during the process of them moving in, do you kind of pick up on things that they're interested in and try to find like-minded people and that sort of thing? Do you go that far?
No, not really.
Okay.
We do tell them about all the activities in
Sure.
here and show them, of course, the activity book where they sign in for everything.
Oh, okay.
And then when they know there's a quilting group or there's a knitting group or their bridge and so on, they're told all that and told how to sign up for it and everything. On our tour, they're told that.
And then they get a weekly sheet that shows when all these events take place. So if they say like they wanted to go into quilting, that's what my area is. So they know what days I'm there, and it's open. And they just come down to the craft room,
And do
or
what
if
they
they
can.
call, I go get them. But generally they just appear when we have our meeting or our day, and we do it all day on Thursdays.
Yeah, you were telling me about that lunch yesterday. You started this quilting group here, and it actually goes out into the community, and you have a rather large group of people
We
that
have a very large, 20 people.
that
That's
come.
a lot in a group.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of people to manage.
But we have a beautiful craft room, and everything is there for us to use.
That's wonderful. Well, I really have enjoyed talking to you guys. I appreciate you taking your time. I know you're awfully busy with all your activities, so and your new dog.
And my new dog.
So I really appreciate it, and thanks for sharing your time with me here at the Waterford.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting
Thank
you.